But this is where I wanted to start with you, Stugotz, because we're talking seriously here about pain threshold and recognizing greatness, measuring greatness, valuing greatness. Because the two stories today coming in here are the Olympics in general, and I'd put it front and center at that. Team USA basketball, because it's the great connecting point, and I want to talk about LeBron, even though people are really tired of LeBron, because I don't think we understand how unfair we've been to excellence during an era. Over the last 20 years, social media, mocking people. He was always chasing Michael, always chasing Michael. To see him holding that American flag, and that flag means something different than it did 20 years ago, but the thing holding it doesn't, it's still excellence for 20 years. Today's Ali, you better appreciate it, because it's today's Ali that he could be the oldest player in the league holding a flag that doesn't mean what it did over the last 20 years, and that I asked you all now, all of you, give me the greatest controversy of his career, because you just mentioned Tiger Woods. Nobody does that. Social media age, 20 years, give me the greatest controversy of his career. From 16, he's been exceeding expectations.
To me, I think some people listening right now, they'd probably say China. To me, I think the greatest controversy in his career was a business decision that he made.
Miami?
Yeah. Deciding to come to Miami, and he became a villain. And
changing
he really struggled.
Teams, exploiting free agency, and changing the entire power structure in sports. But throughout the time, chasing a ghost in Michael Jordan, and he would never be more first than Michael Jordan. And you know how hard it is to tackle Michael Jordan as America's ultimate winner? Not even Brady could do it, because he wasn't first. So Michael Jordan is the winner. Not Serena Williams.
Of all time, you're saying.
Not
right,
anyone.
yeah.
But
he won the game.
But
right.
we have watched for 20 years somebody who holds that American flag in the middle of the Olympics. And once upon a time, right, because we don't treat Team USA this way. We don't treat anymore what it is that we're watching of this team and make it feel like it did when it was Jordan and Barkley. But imagine Michael Jordan at the end of everything, not shooting jumpers for the Wizards, trying to make Abe Pollin some money. Older than any athlete out there and still deserving of holding the flag, how emotional you would have been watching it, because you're so much nicer to him, because the last 20 years have been so much crueler to athletes, and he comes out on the other end of this.
I got a cool stat for you. LeBron James is 4 years older than Larry Bird was when Larry Bird was on the Dream Team. Do you remember how old? There is old. There's Wilford Brimley old.
Yeah.
But pro sports old, to me, is Larry Bird on the Dream Team.
Yeah.
Where his back got wrecked by repaving his mom's driveway. That Larry Bird.
Yep.
LeBron is 4 years older than that Larry Bird.
And still a shining example for our culture. Like our culture, we used to seeing our superstars and our heroes take a big dive after a while. Like Dan said, it's been 20 years of an unblemished resume for an example to be made for children to follow him, for an example for players to follow him, and now he got his son. He's going to be in the history book. So to do all of that, and whenever it's everybody on the NBA, the USA team is the man. But when 2 minutes left, everybody know, pass the damn ball to LeBron. He got it look in his eyes. And so with that still being, like he said, older than Larry Bird, come on, man, you are a legend. I don't know, bro. Michael Jordan is the ultimate winner, but I think LeBron is the ultimate example.
Example of what? Not winning, though.
No, example of a black culture, being able to follow a black example without a blemish on his record.
To Juju's point, he spoke to it, too. When he was being interviewed as he was there holding the flag next to Coco, he mentioned, like, for a black man to be holding this flag and set that example. He's always been aware of it. He's always aspired to be something, in some respects, sometimes something greater, more impactful on social issues than he can be, but he's also shown in his career that he can be super impactful. Just look at his time with the Heat and wearing the hoodies and the statement. If you look back at the reaction to that, now we see political statements made all the time, even though that's more of a social rights issue, a civil rights issue. But he is always keenly aware of what the goal should be for a role model. And he's never slipped up, to Dan's point. His only slip-up was a business decision.
Right. No, he's great. And, Dan, he has received over these 20 years a lot of praise as well. I mean, all we're saying is he's not as good as Michael. That's it. There's no shame in that.
Stugotz, it has always been delivered as there is shame in that. And for 20 years, a lot of people have profited off of how much crueler the coverage is of everything, because we know everything about how much these people make, and we have an access to them that we didn't have during Michael Jordan's more mythological time.